But she learned enough English.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she's good. Yeah,
Bravissima.
good. Yeah. No,
Brava.
but your English is good. Yeah, but basta guardare. You have to watch
Brava.
Netflix. Keep.
A couple of days there.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Irina.
Irina. I'm Elenor. Yeah.
Elenor.
Wajid. My name is Wajid.
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 Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
And he's a blogger.
Are you?
So, Professor, what are the difficulties you faced while teaching English to Italian students? Or for you is a little bit difficult?
When you say difficulties, I'm not sure what you mean. What difficulties did I have teaching Italian students? I have difficulties in teaching them because it's hard to teach them. I'm not sure what I mean by difficulties. What you mean by difficulties, or is it to do with the difficulties in their expectations, maybe?
Maybe, or are you quite sure, or if you teach your students English when they go to England, they speak very well, they understand very well there, or if they will go to Australia, they will communicate better?
Okay.
Or
Well, I really try to get my students to realize from the very first lessons, it doesn't matter what their level is. I always explain in English and in Italian that the materials don't represent the way people really speak. Because,
Okay.
we started this conversation last time. The absolute foundation for learning a language for most humans who don't have problems with their hearing is listening. You know, you've got to listen, and then you've got to read. But I think first is listening.
listening a language.
So the phonological competencies are listening and speaking. Listening comes first. Listening and then speaking. Then reading and writing, right? And when you come to reading and writing, then you can talk about teaching grammar.
Of course.
Okay.
Punctuation.
But what happens here is they start with grammar. They
in
start with grammar. Yeah. They
Okay.
start with grammar and they don't really concentrate on the competencies.
Okay.
So, and they definitely don't concentrate on phonological competency, which is listening and then consequently speaking. So there's not much emphasis given to speaking, and there's not much opportunity. Students don't have opportunity to speak.
We're in classrooms,
Yeah, because the teachers are concentrated on
only on text.
on grammar and text, yeah. And why are they concentrating? Why are they doing that? Because they are given by the ministry what they call the programma scolastico. Syllabus, yeah.
okay.
They call it programma scolastico.
In Italian.
And they're worried about, they have to finish all of the grammar. So they're trying to make sure the students cover all the grammar. Whereas I say, if you let the students must listen, right? They must do a lot of listening. But the materials, so the teaching materials have this listening syllabus, which is not authentic. It's too slow, and it doesn't represent the cultural makeup of the English-speaking population in England, let alone in English-speaking countries throughout the world. Okay. They don't even present authentic UK accents. Manchester accent, Glasgow, Scotland, Aberdeen, Ireland. They don't present those in books.
Okay.
Want the coffee? The
Coffee?
coffee? Yeah.
No, va bene.
Did you do lingue?
Sorry?
Did you study lingue?
No, I wish. I
You
would
speak.
like.
What did you
you speak
study?
English?
I don't know. I study economy.
At
Economy.
Tomadini?
No, Stringer.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I like English.
Who did you
and,
have? Who did you have for English at Stringer? Who was your teacher?
Teacher, Mikoli.
Mikoli. I know
Nadia Micoli.
Nadia Micola. I know Francesca De Antoni, but she's in Turistico, maybe. And
No.
Vittorio Benedetti. When did you finish?
3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My son went there. He did hospitality.
Ah,
Alberghiero, yeah. But he was Serali. He did the evening.
Serali.
Yeah.
Okay.
But she learned enough English.
Yeah,
Okay.
but she's good. Yeah,
Bravissima.
no, good. Yeah. No,
Brava.
but your English is good. Yeah, but basta guardare. You have to watch Netflix. Keep practicing with Netflix.
If you want
Thank
to-
God.
If you want to, you can learn. I love
See,
it.
exactly. You can learn. Yeah. So, do you think school was more important or life is more important?
Life.
Ecco.
And how? Yeah. And what's really been the biggest thing that's helped you?
Maybe because I like it.
Yeah.
Just because if you like something,
Of course, yeah, that is
Yeah,
right. That is
okay.
right.
she's right.
But how do you
Writer?
get that desire? We're having a conversation about. So, we're actually
Life
filming.
makes you to learn language. When I moved here, I had to learn Italian.
Where were you from?
Where are you from?
Latvia.
Oh, you're from Latvia. Okay,
Oh,
really
okay.
interesting. Yeah. Life does make you learn languages, yeah.
Definitely, if you want to live in the society of other people on the earth and understand the French, you have to learn language.
Yeah. But when you were in Latvia at school,
You can also join here.
yeah, you can join. We're having this conversation about language learning and culture. It's sort of it's a very wide
Got a bit of
conversation.
time because I'm starting working there.
Oh, okay. So you're from Latvia. Where are you from in Latvia?
From Riga.
From Riga, so the capital. Yeah. You've got lots of tourism there.
There is a lot.
Yeah, sure. There's lots of Latvians in Melbourne. I've got a lot of Latvian friends here in Australia. Yeah.
You're from Australia.
Latvian and Lithuanian.
That's been in Lithuania.
Yeah, but they're together a lot there. They're quite friendly.
Yeah, they've got a community.
Yeah, they
That's
have.
the problem of people who move to another country. They live in the community and they don't learn language because they only speak.
Oh, no. They did. All the Latvians,
Yeah.
Lithuanians,
But
all the
because I
Baltic
live-
people.
Because I live in London for 15
Right.
years.
Oh, well, this is a really interesting. Okay, so this is a really interesting conversation. So, what books did you use at school? Do you remember?
That we bought, no, I don't remember.
Were they
now.
English? Was it like English file or something?
Yeah, so were they
Headway
English books.
from Oxford. And how different was the English that you learned in the books from the English that you learned in London?
Very different.
Okay,
very
good.
different.
See, this
very
is really-
conversational. English is completely different to what they
From books?
teach in
Yeah.
From yeah.
And this is what I'm saying. I feel that
I didn't. At first, I couldn't understand one word.
Yeah. And so it's a shock, isn't it? So that's when you get more shock because because what happens is if you can't understand and you've done English at school and you can't understand, you think I'm stupid.
Oh yes.
Yes, I was feeling like that. Even then, I've lived in London for 15 years. I still couldn't get some people.
15 years.
What made you come here?
Husband.
Is he from Udine?
Yes. No. He lives in Udine. He's from Ukraine. He lives in Italy for 20 years. Like as I lived in London for 15. We met in London and we started a long-term relationship, a distant relationship. And then I gave up. So if you want to have a family, it's better that I move in here. I already have experience living in another country, living in the beach. And I got tired of London. I'm tired. When you're young, it's fine.
Ryanair.
You live life, you don't sleep, you just work, you have fun, all that. But after 30, you want to just peace of mind, you want to have a family.
Yeah, of
And
course.
do you
You
have
wanna settle
children?
down. Not yet. But
No, yeah. Okay. How long have you been married?
3 years now.
Okay. So where do you work? At San Giaccomo.
I work here and here. It's the same. The same
Oh, it's the
owner.
same people.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the gelateria, the ice cream place, and this bar, Italian Secret. It's the same
Owner.
So we work a couple of days there, a couple of days there.
Okay. What's your name?
Irina.
Irina. I'm Elenor. Yeah.
Elenor.
Wajid. My name is Wajid.
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 Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
And he's a blogger.
Are you?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
make videos about Italian culture and kind of languages with students and with professors. Kind
Yeah.
Yeah.
of. She teach English, so
So I teach English at the university. So
Here in Udine.
Yeah, and I've been teaching here for 30 years. I'm an examiner as well, but I've also taught English in different circumstances around the world. And I taught English in Australia to asylum seekers and refugees. And so we're talking about education, people's desire to improve their lives. You know, we're talking about a lot of things.
And you have to improve.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. And what do you think of life here?
I like it. I can't complain. I don't have many friends here as I used to have in London. I've left all my friends behind in London. I
Well,
didn't manage to make friends here apart from the colleagues that I've got now because this job I only got recently about 6 months ago. So yes, and that's how I've learned Italian at this job. When I
right,
came,
yeah.
I didn't know one word.
and okay, so what was your training? What was your education in Riga?
I've finished fashion school. I learned fashion. I'm like a tailorist.
What about immigrants into Latvia from Africa or North Africa? How does the Latvian government and what's the situation? Do Latvians
We
say?
didn't have much immigrants before. Now every time I go back to Latvia, there are more and more immigrants. And I
Where are
think
they
it's
from?
getting to the point when they get used to it.
Oh, okay.
Before it was a bit strange to see Africans or to see Chinese. Because at some point there were a lot of Chinese. I was like, where did you come all from? It was because they're living, they're opening the flat. I'm like, you're living here, a Chinese person? Strange.
Yeah.
Apart from tourists, there were not before immigrants or anything. But now there are a lot, and I think we're getting used to it. We have to accept this reality now. Everything is mixing up. If you're in Europe, you have to accept people and mix it up.
Yeah.
But of course, there are people who are old people after 60, 70, they have old mentality. These people don't accept this kind of thing. But young people, they're already born in this society, they already accept these things.
Oh, yeah,
it's no
of course.
problem.
Yeah.
But also in Lithuania or in that countries, Lithuania, Latvia, there are more students rather than here refugees or
Guys, I'm
immigrants.
sorry, I have to leave.
Okay,
you.
Irina, it's really nice to meet you. We'll come and find you again. This
Yes, I'm
conversation
working
has
here.
to
Has to
continue.
continue,
Yeah. Okay,
definitely.
great. Fantastic.
Keep going, Irina.
For
Ciao.
drink, yes.
Yeah,
Ciao,
sure. Okay. Bye.
You know,
That's
people
it.
are
Unbelievable.
everywhere. Stories are everywhere, no?
But see, that's what I think. Yeah, like she said, the older people. But young people are used to it.
Young people are because
Yeah.
they travel more, they travel other countries. For
But
example,
they
like,
were born into a more globalized world.